Hi, my name is Amani Martin, and this is my audience. As college students, you've probably heard from everyone who's ever been in college before about how stressful you're going to be for the next 4 years. It's frustrating to hear because how are you going to mentally prepare yourself for all of that stress and at once? There's just no way. Stress can affect our lives every day, whether we're in college or not. Upcoming events like job interviews or paying bills on time can be a burden on our lives. It's important to understand how stress can negatively affect our lives so that we can try to avoid all the possible outcomes that come with it. This is Barack Obama in 2009 and 2016, and this is a 7-year gap, and I don't know if you can see from all the way back here, but his face looks so old. And that's how what stress does to you. It's crazy. I personally am a worrier. I'm hard on myself more than I should be. But after almost 2 years of college, I've learned to take a step back and look at things one thing at a time. Since this is the most stressful part of our lives, I wanted to inform you specifically about what is stress and how it can negatively affect our bodies and the ways we can all cope with stress and to make our lives better in the long run. So what is stress? Stress is a state of mental or emotional stress or strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. When we feel like we cannot handle this pressure, our body has two different physiological responses, fight or flight. In humans and other animals, hormones are released when our bodies are in innate danger. These hormones make us run faster and fight harder. According to a site called Stress Management Society, these hormones increase heart rate and our blood pressure. The thing about stress, though, is that these life-threatening events aren't the only ones that trigger the fight or flight response. We, as humans, experience it anytime something is unexpected or something that threatens us or frustrates us. The more often these stressors are exposed to us, the more overactive our fight or flight response becomes, and that means we're operating all the time with high blood pressure and rapid heart rates, and people with these health problems can be oversensitive or even aggressive. There is such a thing as good stress. Before performances or big games, we tend to get nervous. It's just our human nature. But this type of stress can excite us because of chemicals like adrenaline and cortisol. And they can heighten our ability, but only for a short period of time. But after a while, it can become bad if the stress continues in your body for so long. If stress goes unchecked by doctors, this is when it becomes a condition called distress, according to WebMD of 2014. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, declared stress as a hazard of the workplace. And that's how unhealthy it is. Also, according to WebMD, 43% of all adults suffer from adverse health effects from stress. Common symptoms of stress include, as mentioned earlier, high blood pressure, rapid heart rate, migraines, depression, diabetes, infertility, and even heart attacks. And all these problems are from not dealing with stress correctly. To prevent stress or to cope with it, Stress Management Society states that there are multitudes of healthy ways. Take good care of yourself. Exercise daily, eat healthy meals, get your 8 hours of sleep, and if you feel stressed out, it's okay to talk to somebody about it so you can let everything out, and it's also okay to take a break. Having de-stressors around your house or your workplace is a good idea too, so like a stress ball or a yo-yo or even a stress relief pillow. Also avoid turning to drugs and alcohol because in the long run they create more problems for your health and mental state. It's important to grasp hold of the ways we can cope with stress so it doesn't negatively impact our lives and family. Again, stress is your body's way of reacting to a demand or a threat. If too much stress is built in your body, it can cause negative impacts. And some ways to manage it are eating healthy and working out. Since stress plays a role in our collegiate history, it's important to understand what it is and to ensure that we live a healthy life. Thank you. This is Amani Martin, and this is my audience.